Today in this video I will show or share how to do a polling input. When we press a push button, we have two push buttons, which is B0 and B1, and then we will have the PIC18 chip with 7 segment LED display to display my ID or a number first for the sequence, which is follow the number sequence, and then the second one, which is in reverse order. So if we can see here, the question requires to write a program to poll for logic input on port B, which is mean on port B we will set it as the input, and then the output, it will be saved or displayed on port D, which is connected to the 7 segment display. So the question here state that if button on B0 is pressed, display my student ID in sequence, and then if B1 is pressed, display the student ID in reverse order. So how we will do it? So here is how it done. Firstly, as the previous video or previous chapter, we will already know how to do delay using NOP and others. So here you can see I have the subroutine for 1 second delay, and then this is the subroutine for the ID number, which is I must do it one by one. Here for example 9 6 5 7 3 4, and here is the new subroutine, which is called for the ID number, that we will allow them to show in sequence or show in reverse sequence. So here I have the ID number in order, and here is the ID number in reverse order, and then I state that the subroutine for LED to turn off is here. We will clear the file at port D, and then in this chapter we will have a polling, which is to do the push button task. First, we will begin with start, and then we will set file at traceBA. We will set traceBA as the input, and then to make sure there are nothing left or there are any data before the operation, we will clear file B, and then we will state clear file for traceD A, which means traceD is as output. That's why we use CLRF instead of setF, which means for input we must set to set file, and then for the output we will set it as clear CLF, clear file. And next we will have clear file at port D, which is the task is to shut down the LED at the first place, which means to ensure the program runs smoothly. And then here is for the B0. Here I will set it as B test file for port B, which means if the port B 0, which is no input, it will be skipped, which means this one will be skipped, and then it will go through this one at bit clear file at port D. If it turn to be 1, which is mean the push button push, so this operand will not skip this one, and then it will be read the BRA ID number, this one. So next we will go through for the B1, which is we will bit test file skip for port B1A, which means we will state it at port B at pin number 1A. So same as the previous one for the check B0, this command will only read, or it will not skip this operand if they are have 1 and or 0. So next we will go to BCF for port B, and then if there are nothing, we will reverse the task back to B0. That's why I have put BRA check B0 here, and then we will have NOP and N. So as my experience doing this coding, there are several what we call several failure before, which mean before this I use CLRF at here, but when it go to the Proteus, it not run correctly, which mean the number displayed are not as in the coding. So let's see the Proteus, which means I already do the circuit here. You can see the first line, the first one is for the B0, and the second one is for the B0, B1. Okay, sorry, this is what for B0, and this one is for B1. Okay, click run, and then I will touch the button. You can see it appear number 9, and then it will delay for 1 second, and the LED off, and then it will display 6, 5, 3, 4. Okay, next for the B1, which is for the reverse order, click C 4, 3, 5, 6, 9. So that's it. That's how I do, or I share my work, how I do the polling for displaying my ID number using push button using two push button, which is B0 and B1, to display a number at the 7 segment LED display. So that's all from me. Thank you.